Hello everyone, Kaiser here, and today I'm showing off a 3D printed action figure, which is Samus Aran from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Now, if you remember back then, I had made a custom video on Zero Suit Samus, and after that I really wanted to have my own Samus figure in her armor, like her actual armor. And for what I've seen, the only two that I could have bought was the World of Nintendo Samus and the Figma Samus. Both of those didn't really work. For World of Nintendo, it was too small, so it just wouldn't work scale-wise. And for Figma, while it would have worked, it was really expensive, like any version I could find. So yeah. So I was wondering if I would just have to make my own custom, but one day while I was in the library at school, here's the thing, my library has a 3D printer, and they do allow me to use it a lot. So one day I was looking up different action figures to make, and I had found this Samus Aran I could make, which was also posted by Pilot Tales, who also made a video on this same action figure. So I thought I would download it and print it, and originally I was going to do the whole thing in just one pack, I guess, but they said that I should probably do it in parts so it doesn't mess with the 3D printer, so that's what I did. So at first I had started with her lower legs here, but then, since apparently they were doing a lot of projects, I wasn't allowed to use it until the end of winter break. So I said fine, but the main teacher who told me that, or the main librarian I guess, said that she wasn't there pretty much, sorry. So I asked our librarian if I could use it, and she said yes. And that's how I was able to finish this. So yeah, onto the figure. So you can see that it's all pretty much 3D printed, and I really do like how it came out. I can say that Pilot Tales really did a good job with this. So yeah, pretty much what I did was 3D print all of it and then put it together. Since the main thing he used to make this was like this pretty much like this project or 3D printing action figure base called Modio. I think that's how you say it. It's pretty much action figures you can connect and build together, kind of like Lego Bionicles or something like that. And it works pretty well. I'm really surprised he was able to make Samus out of that, because it looks really good. So yeah, on the figure again. So for the head, it's pretty simple. I really like how it came out. The thing is, for how I painted it, it was mostly just sanding, priming, and then painting the whole thing. I'm actually thinking of printing out a few more of these for some other Samus customs. But yeah, you can see it's based off her Metroid Prime 3 armor. I really like how it came out again. See her engine. I don't know. For her cannon, actually, let's get into that. It's mostly painted with a turquoise color, and for how I did that, I mixed a little bit of metallic blue with another color. I can't remember which one to get that metallic turquoise. Let me just take the arm off. And again, I like how it came out. I also sculpted the bottom of it so it doesn't look like just a flat piece. And I also did the same for her legs, or her lower legs, sculpted over them so they didn't look so flat. But one modification I did do was with the legs. So for those, So for those, if you can see, I cut them off, or cut them in half, and sanded them down so that she would stand around 6 inches. Because with the original one, if you didn't cut off the legs, let me get her closer. If you didn't cut off the legs, she would be around 8 inches, and I wanted mine to be closer to like a Figma Samus, so I cut it down. And again, it worked pretty well. I won't say that it's completely seamless, but I do like the results. Okay, so for articulation, starting with her head, you can move a little bit, it fell off, good. Move a little bit side to side, and a little bit up and down. Her arms can move out about that far. They don't go out that far because of how big her shoulder pads are. She has like the biggest shoulder pads in history. Now I'll just leave it out. Her arm can bend a little bit over 90 degrees and can move side to side, or outward, I guess. Her wrist can move, have a swivel and a hinge, since it is pretty much a ball peg. And for her cannon, I'll just take it off. For her cannon, it can move this way, like inward, that way, but you can turn it so it could be facing forward, although it won't look exactly right since it is mostly facing this way all the time. But still, you have that option. Her waist can move pretty much 360, and it can also bend forward and backwards, although it does leave a bit of a gap. Her legs can move forward. It can go out a little bit more than that, but I'm not forcing it. And they can move backwards. And they can go out to the side. They can bend, although they do come off pretty easily. But they bend. I'll just take her leg off for a quick sec. For her foot, it can go down pretty far, up pretty far, go all around, and it can go side to side, or ankle pivot. I forgot to call it that. But yeah, I wouldn't say that the figure I wouldn't say the articulation's on like a Figma level for a Samus, but it works pretty well. And again, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I'm finally having an armored Samus to my Smash collection. Speaking of that, let's do a bit of a comparison. Like, as you can see, here she is standing next to my custom Samus, or Zero Suit Samus, I mean. There we go. You can see that she does stand a bit taller than her, but I like how it looks. It's not too bad. He will get in. No. He won't. But yeah, here she is standing next to my custom Link. You can see that Link stands just a little bit taller than her, although he is still rather tall. For another female figure, here she is standing next to my custom Sakura, and you can see that she stands a lot taller than her, but I say it works pretty well. And for a bigger figure, here she is standing next to All Might, who's not even in the shot completely. And yeah, I like how this works out. But you know how I said she stood taller than him? Like, she would stand about here, like her head wouldn't even be in the shot. That's how tall she originally was. But again, I like how it came out. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, it is a 3D printed action figure, so if you want to So if you have a 3D printer at your school or you have one of your own, I say you should download it if you want like a really cool Samus Aran figure. It is on Thingsverse or Yegi, I can't remember. I'll have it in the description along with Pilot Tails' video on his. And I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.